Well, Cam Ward, with the new team that he's on in the Tennessee Titans, they've been relatively busy in the offseason. But does this mean that Cam Ward can lead the Titans to the playoffs in year one?
It's football time.
Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Round Sports Podcast for sports, everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we are talking about the Tennessee Titans. The Titans, of course, drafted Cam Ward number one overall with the number one pick in the NFL draft. They also selected a few other guys, including guys like Gunnar Helm and Alec Eilminer from Stanford. But one of the key moves they made outside of that was bringing in former Seahawks receiver Tyler Lockett. Also, already having Tony Pollard and also Calvin Ridley there. Now the Titans bring in undrafted free agent Xavier Restrepo in. But the question is, can Cam Ward lead the Titans to the playoffs in year one? I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Before we do, if you guys do enjoy this video, do me a big favor and smash that button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's talk about the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans. And I actually wanted to bring this up. 22 different rookie quarterbacks have started in the playoffs since 2000. Primarily the most recent one was Jaden Daniels. And each of them have records, and that each has a record of 9-13 in the playoffs out of those rookie quarterbacks. But I'm going to explain why I do believe they have a chance, because I believe in Cam Ward. I'm one of the guys that think the Miami Hurricanes should have made the playoffs in the college football playoffs instead of Indiana. But I believe they are a sneaky team, because let me explain why. The Titans had an insane roster last year. They, of course, had one of the best passing defenses in the league, which was shocking to a lot of people. But let's look at the receiver room. You got Calvin Ridley there. You got Tyler Lockett, Van Jefferson, who's a solid guy at some points, Alec Eilminer, and then also Xavier Restrepo, that is currently right now fourth string wide receiver on the team. Also along with Matt Landers and also TJ Sherfield. But when I look at their running back room, Tony Pollard's still a solid guy. He's still one of the better running backs in the NFL. And I believe the Cowboys should have kept him, but they didn't. And then you also got Jake Okonkwo, then also Gunnar Helm as your two top tight ends. But when we look at defense, you guys still got Sebastian Joseph Day. You guys still got Tre'Davious Sweat, who is a really good guy. Jeffrey Simmons. You guys add Jermont Jones from the Seattle Seahawks. Cody Barton as well from the Broncos. And then you also have still got L'Jarius Sneed, Amani Hooker, Xavier Woods, and also you brought back Quandre Diggs. You got Kevin Winston Jr. out of Penn State. That guy's going to be this guy to keep an eye out on. But when I look at their team, I'm not entirely ruling it out, because they play in one of the easier divisions in the AFC. Because of course the main definition of the AFC South is the Texans. But you still can fight for third place. It's like it's wide open. You got the Jaguars to deal with, you got the Colts to deal with. When the Titans have had a good season, they have been looking really good. Although Cam Ward did not show his best in the preseason game one, his first real test will come in week one against the Denver Broncos. That's when his real test will be. But when I look at their team, I'm not entirely ruling that out, because their schedule is somewhat easy. Because the Titans, their schedule is somewhat easy. They, of course, got the Denver Broncos in week one. They got the Rams in week two, Colts in week three, and then the Texans in week four. And then the Cardinals in week five. That could, of course, be a 50-50 game. That could be a coin toss. Then you also got the Raiders and Geno Smith. You got the Patriots to deal with, the Colts again. Then you got the Chargers before you go into your bye week. Then you, of course, go against the Houston Texans again before you go on the road before you go back at home to take on the Seahawks. Of course, Tyler Lockett's revenge game against Seattle. Then, of course, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Cleveland Browns, San Francisco 49ers. Then you also got the Chiefs, Saints, and then the Jags to finish off the season. If I'm looking at that schedule already, I'm looking at this right, I could easily see about, if I had to say, I could easily see 2 wins against the Colts. I could see one of the 2 against the Texans. I could see one against the Raiders, one against the Patriots. I could see one against the Cardinals. I could see one against Jacksonville one of 2 times. Then I see one against the Browns, the 49ers, and then also along with the Saints as well because they're a bye week team. This team, I believe, has a chance to sneak into the playoffs. But of course, if they were to do that, they would probably have to get 10 or more wins. When we look at the playoff race, it's right now between the Kansas City Chiefs, the Denver Broncos, Chargers, the Texans, of course, inside your division, also along with the Ravens, the Bengals, and then also along with the Bills and the Patriots. The Steelers, we'll see what they do because Steelers, I'm not entirely sold on that. But when I look at this team, Cam Ward's walking into a really good situation. You got already one Hall of Fame receiver likely in Tyler Lockett. You got a sneaky guy in Calvin Ridley who was wrongly let go by the Jags. Then you also got Alec Ailminer that could be a sneaky stud, a little sleeper, and then you of course got Xavier Restrepo as well. I would not be surprised if Xavier Restrepo took one of the starting jobs because, or at least second string, because he is the same guy that played right behind Cam Ward in Miami. But of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I think the Titans' playoff chances, if I have to give a percentage, would probably be like 75 to 80%. Because I think there's a good solid chance that they can make it. But we'll of course have to see what Cam Ward does in his first year in the NFL. Know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think Cam Ward can lead the Titans to the playoffs in year 1? Let me know in the comments what you guys think down below. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, do me a big favor and smash that button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now.